I wanted to divorce my postpartum wife. My wife Melissa and I had been together for 3 years before we got married. She was this bubbly, energetic person who made everything fun. Like she'd randomly decide we needed to drive 2 hours for this specific donut at 11 p.m. and somehow make it feel like an adventure instead of completely insane. When she got pregnant, I was scared, but excited. We painted the nursery this ugly green color because we didn't want to know the gender. Melissa insisted on doing those weird pregnancy photo shoots where you hold your belly and stare dramatically into the distance. I felt ridiculous, but went along with it because she was glowing and happy. Then our daughter Mia was born and everything changed overnight. The first red flag was when we got home from the hospital. Melissa wouldn't let me hold Mia, like at all. She'd snatch her away the second I reached for her and give me this look like I was going to drop her or something. When I asked about it, she'd just say I was holding her wrong or that Mia didn't want me. Week 2, Melissa stopped sleeping. Not like new parent tired. I mean, she literally would not sleep. She'd sit in the rocking chair all night just staring at Mia. When I tried to take over so she could rest, she'd freak out and accuse me of trying to steal bonding time with our daughter. I started sleeping on the couch because anytime I moved in bed, Melissa would wake up in a panic thinking something was wrong with the baby. By week 3, Melissa had convinced herself that I was planning to hurt Mia. She started hiding all the knives in the house and wouldn't tell me where. She'd follow me around when I was near the baby, like she was watching for signs I was about to snap. The breaking point came when I got home from work one day and found all the locks changed. Melissa answered the door with Mia in her arms and wouldn't let me in. She said she'd been doing research and that statistically, fathers were more likely to harm newborns when they felt overwhelmed, and she could tell I was overwhelmed. I was standing on my own porch, begging my wife to let me into my own house while she explained through the door that she was protecting our daughter from me. That night I slept in my car in our driveway. The next morning, Melissa's mom showed up. Apparently, Melissa had called her at 3 a.m. saying I'd threatened to hurt the baby and left, which never happened. I was literally sleeping in my Honda Civic where Melissa could see me the entire time. Melissa's mom took one look at me and knew something was seriously wrong. She convinced Melissa to let me in, and that's when I saw what our house had become. Every surface was covered in printouts about SIDS, shaken baby syndrome, and postpartum psychosis. She had a chart on the wall tracking Mia's breathing patterns every 5 minutes. Melissa hadn't changed clothes in days. She smelled like sour milk and hadn't brushed her teeth. But the scariest part was her eyes. They were just completely empty, like nobody was home. I tried talking to her about seeing a doctor and she exploded, screaming that I was trying to have her committed so I could get custody and take Mia away from her. She grabbed Mia and locked herself in the nursery. I called her doctor myself, explained what was happening. The nurse said to bring her in immediately, that it sounded like severe postpartum psychosis. When I told Melissa we had a doctor's appointment, she looked me dead in the eyes and said she'd rather die than let me take her baby away from her. That's when I knew I had to choose between saving my marriage and saving my wife's life. I called 911, told them my wife was having a psychiatric emergency and might harm herself. When the paramedics showed up, Melissa was barricaded in the nursery holding Mia and wouldn't come out. It took 2 hours and a social worker to convince her to open the door. Melissa was hospitalized for 2 weeks. During that time, everyone blamed me. Her parents, our friends, even my own mom asked why I couldn't have just been more supportive instead of calling the police on a new mother. But here's what nobody understood. Melissa was sick. Really, really sick. The doctor said if I'd waited even a few more days, she might have hurt herself or Mia without even realizing it. The medication helped, but Melissa couldn't forgive me for having her committed. She said I'd broken her trust and proven that I'd always choose my convenience over her well-being. 6 months later, she filed for divorce.